This is day 1071 of Arukh HaShulchan Yomi. If you'd like to sponsor Arukh HaShulchan more of Arukh HaShulchan Yomi, please call me directly. Very greatly appreciate it. Today we're doing Yeridea, Simon Tzadik Dalid, Seifim Test to Test Zayin. Tests. And we're still speaking about spoons. The spoon. There's another intent which is hidden in all this. The we learned that when the kazayis meat fell into a pot of milk, it's enough to have 60 parts opposite the kazayis meat. We should really require, they were not able to remove it immediately, no less than 2 zaysim. Because the kazayis of milk, which it absorbed, and then emitted again, became an avela. If is available, then anything which comes out of the piece, which is a maximum, the full volume of the piece, should be considered to be an isser, which has to be botel. Explain that it doesn't work that way. There's no power in that which is become forbidden to forbid more than the original forbidden substance. So according to this, but where you have a spoon which is milking, which is stuck into a fleshing pot, if they don't move it immediately from the pot, it absorbed the kazayis meat, and it then regurgitated it with the kazayis of milk into the pot. So we require 2 times 60. One corresponds to the meat, and one corresponds to the milk. But because what we said he doesn't require, we don't require it because but that's only if you stuck it in once. But you stuck it twice. Each one has its own maisa, its own act. In of itself, you need twice 60. You don't mean to compare this to truma or any other issa where dry, where 2 zaysim fell one after the other. There's no comparison. Here, even the first time, we should really require twice 60. We should, but we don't. But once you put in the spoon a second time, then you require a second 60. That was a distinguish between what became known between the first spoon and the second spoon, or didn't become known between the first time, stuck in the second time, second in. It's also it's not the same concept by Truma and Yovish that once if it's Noda, it becomes Botel. And therefore, the second kazayis which comes in can be Botel in the entire first Tarovis, including the kazayis which now was Nepach Leheter. I have not know that you can't say that because of the bit only happens when it's Noda. It's not the same thing. It doesn't make a difference. Noda. It's very different. It's only just an example. Just like there, where it became known, the previous issa becomes batel. So to here, and but it's not known. What didn't become known? Then you need 2 times 60, like there. But But it's not because the first one is it's not because not because the lone noda itself. It's because since you stuck it twice, you did 2 meisim. You need to have a 60 for each of the 2 meisim. one corresponding to the milk which was regurgitated from the spoon, and one corresponding to the meat that absorbed the milk from the spoon and then regurgitated itself. So I don't really fully grasp this because it sounds like a technicality. Sounds like normally you can't say that Nasar is Oser Yosem and Oser, but here because there are two separate meisim, so you get to say it, even though it's the same Oser. But since it's two separate meisim, so therefore you need to have 2 times 6. You can make operative the svara that you need to have 60 corresponding to the spoon itself, to the plita from the spoon, and 60 corresponding to the basar, which is not senvela from the spoon. Okay, that's what he says. Shama says he finds evidence for his approach in Shumas Hadeshin. In brackets, he says, this is the way he writes in Shumas Hadeshin. Perikol Basar Gasina, Perikol Basar, we learn, Kazai's Basar Shnav Chule. Visa Shama Tais was Chule, Can a Chalav Nasa Chatichas Nevela, Chule. Vino Shishim. Okay, it becomes a Chatichas Nevela. For Rotzachim Edlon, Lavi Raya, Divri Smak. The require 2 times 60. Even by a spoon of other swim akam lashona. Reishatola zebazeh. So he says the fact you have we need 2 times 60 is because there's a fleshik spoon in a milking pot, I guess. No, fleshik kazayas, which fell into milk. So you need 2 kazesim. We should need 2 kazesim, but it doesn't apply there, but it does apply to the spoons. I'm not Medina, because I've been the die bepam achashish. Even though there's such a svara, 1 times 6 is enough. It's the minute is not to ask how many times they stuck the spoon in. Because that which is absorbed in the spoon does not become nevela. Even though we do have a concern that which is absorbed does become a nevela. Nevertheless, in this case, that the primary reason for the isser is not clear to us. Why it should be why should there be a I don't know what it means by that. I guess why it should be also the entire volume of the spoon. I don't know what's bothering him. Maybe that's he's saying that what I said in the previous sif about 2 times is not clear to us. But because as he says in the next line, there's nothing new in the second dunking of the spoon. The same one which is in the first dunking. Therefore, here we're not going to serve the schuma lamar that that which is absorbed comes in a bela. I think it's not clear to me exactly what he's saying here. Or other prohibitions. I say it's stuck on many times. And to still remake. There's the widespread custom. Don't deviate. That says he never saw that rabbis that they're going to ask how many times it's stuck in the spoon. Yeah. Nevertheless, there's one who wrote, if we stuck the spoon into a pot and there was 60, then he stuck another pot where there wasn't 60, and then he stuck it again in the first pot, so he knew 2 times 60 in that case. The time of Nira, this reason seems to be in nation is Chadash, Makaf Isser Chadash. It's like Ponim Chadashos. Spoon's Ponim Chadashos because it has a new Isser from the second pot. Everything was absorbed from the second pot is definitely also. Mikomka Loni Markain, Rosh does not agree. Came the Ikari saw the head of Balua Lona Senavela, since this is built primarily on that which we hold that in this case, that which is absorbed does not become the Vela. You can include, but there's no distinction. But a kap atzma gami tchiva rishon and asra. The spoon is very also from the first time it was dunked. He goes, ain't so you only need one time 60 regardless. Anyway. So therefore, even when answer the second part, lo needs firstly but etzem iser. No actual iser was added to it. Vabalua lo nasen avela, and it was absorbed. Does become an avela. So it remained. Since whatever it's absorbed doesn't become an avela, and no actual iser was used because already suffused with iser, so you don't need a second time 60. Your base. There is 60 to negate the spoon hakder. Then the pot and the cooked dish are permitted. Avakaf also. Bein basar, bein chov. Regardless of whether it's flesh and milk is the flesh, we ask for the spoon. Chein b'shari dvarim. Also, if it's another type of business. Shakaf nasis nevela. She blew a basar b'cholav. We say that the spoon, as the spoon, becomes an avela because it's absorbed from basar b'cholav. Even though we don't look at the milk or the meat, as I mean, was outside the spoon was running the vela. The spoon itself becomes the vela, which is now he just got even though he just got saying that habalua lona said vela. That's vis-a-vis the pot and the dish, but we're machmir on the spoon as a qua spoon. V'lomi, we don't say the mashanitcha b'kter, that which was stuck into the spoon, have a kagola. It's like it's being kasher, mibli rishona, from what was there initially. Came shishim necklace, it's a 60, guys like that. The dina kaf kedin kedera, and that the spoon should now revert to the same status as the pot. In basar if fleshik, cholav cholav, milchik. The agola eina ela baroschin, shemayin v'sicha, because kashering is only in boiling water, which is boiling. In terms of requiring 60, it's enough to have yad so lettucebo, which is about, it can be depends what you hold yad lettucebo is, but it can be much even half of 212. Also, we need 60 from the entire spoon, even if it's a suffix, even all of it got into the pot. Tachva kula, and hagala only works if you only put the entire thing in, because you can't do hagala to half a keli. Also, to absorb from meat, it's not trying to do kosher in milk, and vice versa. But whatever's inside becomes an avela. You give him a feel, but the avid also. Even the avid also, if you use the spoon then in something which is boiling from a kli rishon, beinim basar beinim cholav, whether it's fleshik or milchik, as long as it's still within 24 hours, from its first use. Feel he ain't about yom is my bishul cholav, even it's not 24, not the same day, not saying 24 hours in the time the milk was cooked. He bas yom, which spoon is a milky spoon. And he bas yom with chivar yishoina, if it's still if it's within 24 hours of the first dunk into the fleshik pot, or says the field diavad, as is even diavad. But if they used it after 24 hours from the first dunk, they just stuck in the second time. After 24 hours after the first dunk, mutter. It's okay. She knows in time for because Ray knows in time for but when also but you can't deliberately do so you can't use it for any boiling use even after 24 hours. It's available because it became the vela. But there's only talking about where the fleshik, where the milchik spoon was used in a truly milchik pot. Not that it's not a truly milchik dish in the pot. Not that it's a dish in a milchik pot, but milchik dish in a milchik pot. If you talk about then they put it into a pot, not a fleshik pot, but a pot which has meat mamish. If there was no meat in the pot, even though it's within 24 hours the meat was cooked there. Here's the dinim acherim, the other halachas. And also there wasn't milk in the milchik, originally in the original milchik pot. His brother thing is the Shema B'Sif Tez Zayin. It's coming up at Sif Tez Zayin, which is going to be the last one we do today. Yudal v'im ein shishi magder neged akaf. Actually, it only starts being explained there, not finished. Vim Ancient Graf, there isn't 60 in the pot corresponding to the spoon. Hakol also Bano, in Basachov. All is also Behano, because by Basachov. Famachol Yisok basically say throw it into the toilet, or Sharmakum Tunaf, or any other repugnant place. What's in after Caliph? You can't give it to a dog. I've made no show if it's not your dog. It's not. Some people say you can give a dog which isn't yours. It's only also by chametz and pesach, lo b'shari surah, not by other surah hana. I guess chumrah pesach. Also ten shum tav shurosech. Now I'll put anything hot into that pot. And even if it's cold, it's preferable not to put it in. Here's a printed thing of Sham, and there's specific halachas as specified there. Muta says to talk of payros, inside fruit or shard renovations on him, other dry, cold stuff. Because then you're not having hanaf from the actual isser. Mutar lachumbo loig lechafifas arosh. You have shampoo of some sort for shampooing. Also other things not for the purpose of eating and drinking. Mutter. So I guess only macher for eating and drinking, not for any other hanoah, because it didn't become us. The pot did not become us about no. It's less than the spoon. And of course, that's only if it's within 24 hours of the accident. But if you cook after 24 hours with mutar tavshil, then the cooked dish is permitted. Some say you have to toss the value of the pot into the river, so you shouldn't have enough from cooking in the pot. It's not primary because the pot is the metal, not what's below in it. Because all this is when the spoon itself was within 24 hours of use in the first pot, in the original. Tesvav, it was more than 12 hours since it was last used for milk. And then put into the fleshing pot. Even there isn't 60 in the dish corresponding to the spoon. The pot and the cooked dish are permitted. The spoon will always machmir on. So whether it's meat, whether it's milk, whether it was 60 in the pot corresponding to it or not. Final analysis is absorbed meat and milk. Even to use it for hot for other things is also. As we shall see in Sivchaf, and is the custom. If you stuck it into the type which was stuck originally, it was a milking spoon. You put it in a milking dish, fleshing spoon, and fleshing dish after the accident. If it's from within 24 hours of the accident, then the pot is also about tavshil and the cooked dish. Negda with no 60. Tam Pasha, simple. Because the corresponding to its original status is after 24 hours. So that's as if that status doesn't exist for our purposes. Then means but corresponding to the meat, to the thing which was dunked then, the accident, so then it's less than 24 hours. So therefore it takes the status of the accidental dunking. No, it's obvious, so if it's after 24 hours of the accident, then it is always mutar b'diavad. So even it's in 24 hours, you stuck it into water or hot vegetables, whereas no meat nor milk, mutar gan kain. It's mutar b'diavad as well. It's also clear the kav sheneser basar chalav mishara isurim medina. It had a spoon which is also because of basar chalav or other isurim. Even going strictly after love, he stuck it into a dish which has no meat nor milk. Where you need to have 60 corresponding to the spoon when it's within 24 hours. If it doesn't have 60, everything is usher. That's true about the pot which came usher as well. With a pot which came usher. And use something hot in there within 24 hours. Hakol usher, everything is usher. Tez Zayin. Kasar Rabbeinu says, "Yifei, you have in bishlu mayim b'kter chadash. They cook water in a new pot. Talk about kaf chalevis, and they put a milchik spoon in it. Chaka chazu bishlu ba mayim pa'amaches, and they cook water a second time. Talk kaf basar, and then they stuck a meat spoon into it. Ushtei akapas ubnei yoman. The 2 spoons were both within 24 hours of their prior use. Shum echem me'apayim v'loy ba mayim shishim." And there was never 60 corresponding to either spoon. Also, you can't use the pot neither for meat nor for milk. But other things you can use. Since it was a new pot which had not yet become fleshig or milking. Nevertheless, if you did actually cook meat or milk in it, even though you're not supposed to, mutter. It's permitted. Can no same time by no same time. It's a taste which is not directly interacting, but something which interacts with the taste is interacting with the other taste, and that's called not bar not no sin time or no sin time akan lashono, and go to Beis Yosef, and the next season we'll see the other opinions in this matter.